Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to this Wednesday episode of In Conversation with Moloy Chakravorty. Quick introduction for people who are joining this today. My name is Moloy and I'm the founder of Beyond Red Ocean Consulting. We are one of the most fastest growing business coaching companies. And every week we do two events, one on a Monday, which is a learning event, a Facebook Live. And on a Wednesday, we do a conversation with one of those upcoming entrepreneurs around the country. So we have been doing this for the past few weeks. And today I have a very interesting gentleman, Mr. Soumo Roy. Soumo Roy is from Calcutta, and I have known him for about last 6 odd months. He's a second generation business owner. He, along with his father and wife, run this business called Tempcon. And I will not get into more details of the Tempcon business. We would want to hear it from Mr. Roy. So, Mr. Soumo Roy, welcome to this program on celebrating entrepreneur success, because there's so many entrepreneurs around the country who are doing so much work. And today it's a privilege having you on this program. Wanted to know, start from the beginning. How did Tempcon start? What is the history of Tempcon?
Good evening, sir. It's my pleasure that you have allowed me today. The history starts around, you can say 38 years ago. The business was started by my father, who used to work in a very big multinational company. I think you also have worked in that company, Blue Star.
Oh, okay. Yes. Okay. Yes, I have.
So my father used to work in Blue Star as a service engineer, and after that he was a very passionate man. He was always thinking how to start a business, and so around in 1983, the year I have before few months of my birth. Okay. My father started this business in a small garage. It is a rented place. One of my father's friend has given it to him. It's around 100 square feet place, and my father started service and repairing of room air conditioner and refrigerators. So this is how it started. So after a few years, when he is doing this job, servicing and repairing of refrigerator, at that time, air condition was a luxurious item.
Correct.
So very few people used to buy air condition. Only the rich people can afford air condition.
Correct. Absolutely.
So the thing is like that. So after a few years, he found out that there is a scope. You know, that time the air condition market was ruled by only few companies like Blue Star, Voltas, Carrier. Only 2-3 companies are there, and there was a market where people cannot afford those brands. Correct. So they were looking for companies, some SSI units who can support them. Say after a few years, maybe 2-3 years later, my father started manufacturing window air conditioners, room air conditioners.
So this was what, the assembled models?
Assembled models, and he used to cater mainly within the state and also some parts in India.
Right.
So that is how he began this.
Very interesting journey, coming from such a reputed organization like Blue Star to have that vision to start something of your own, which is not typically a Bengali trait. We Bengalis are very, very happy with our own jobs.
So that is the mindset my father has, that time he has done this. And this legacy continue. He used to manufacture, assemble this air condition up to 2005-6.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
But then there will be so much of competition then, by then?
No. Then
of the brands that came up in the 80s.
The thing is that around 2006-7, and that is the time when I have also joined the business. Okay. And I think during that time, this anti-dumping thing was not there. Okay. These multinational companies like Samsung, LG, they used to manufacture air condition in China, and they started dumping them in India.
Okay.
So that was a very and during that time we faced lots of struggle, and that is the time when we shifted from this phase from air conditioner to this process cooling.
So I understand that you started off from assembling of air conditions when there were not too many brands, and then the large brands started coming in, the Videocons and the LGs and everybody, and then the dumping started from China. You had a choice, Mr. Roy, to give up everything and start and go back to an employment. What forced you or what motivated you into doing what you're doing today?
Actually, it started when I was in school, say when I was in class 6, 7, or 8. During my vacation, I used to come to the factory with my father. I remember my father used to have a Rajdoot motorcycle. Me and my cousin brother, we used to come during the puja vacations and summer holidays. And as we were in air condition, summer was the peak season.
Correct.
During that time.
Correct.
So during summer, there is lots of work pressure, and there is always a shortage of worker in the factory. So when I was in class 6, 7, I used to come with my father, and along with the service engineer, I used to go for servicing the air conditioner.
When you were in school?
Yeah, when I was in school.
Wow.
So I used to work with, not work, I used to stay with the worker who are doing this in the factory. I used to help them. And the best thing is that my father at that time paid me around 10-20 rupees.
Oh, you got an earning or a salary also?
Yeah, that 10 or 20 rupees that time my father used to give. So that's motivated me. So don't sit in house. Let's go to me and my cousin brother. We come to our factory, and that motivates us. And these things continue during my school days, my college days. During vacation, I used to come. And then after my college, I still remember the day. My college ends on 21st June.
Okay.
And that was last day of my examination was 21st.
This was what, graduation?
Yeah, my engineering. Final year.
Okay.
The final examination was on 21st June, and on 22nd June I was in the and full dress, in a casual dress. I was in the office, and from that day I started working professionally.
Fantastic. Ladies and gentlemen, in one of my Facebook lives on Monday morning, I had said that success doesn't come easy. You have to be ready to make some sacrifices. And people who are willing to let go of their parties and focus on work are the truly successful people. And here is Mr. Soumo Roy, who had that option of taking a holiday, and his friends were partying, I'm sure. Their friends were going out, but he decided that 22nd of June, he would be in the factory taking on.
But I think today is 22nd June.
Today is 22nd June.
Yeah.
Yes. look at the coincidence. So 22nd June, which year, Mr. Roy?
2006.
2006. So it's about 16 years from.
So today is the 16th year.
Today is the 16th celebration. So we are celebrating Mr. Soumo Roy's 22nd June, when he first stepped into the office not that he was not in the office, but now he stepped into the office to look at taking the business to the next level. But you said that was a difficult time because of the AC business. So when did you decide to shift into the chillers? And what are the challenges that you had when you moved into the chillers business?
And the thing is that during that time, when I joined this business, I don't have any idea what to do. That was a very difficult time I have faced in my life, because that time company was around say 22 years old already. And in a typical medium scale or a small scale company, there are few old people who used to work in this company, and they used to rule the company like in their own way. No system is there,
Like their
uh,
kingdom. Huh?
like their kingdom. Those people were there. I remember some accountant guy was there. There is a guy who looks after everything. He looked after the purchase, everything he used to look. I remember those guys. And when I started uh, 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 my career in this company, means fully when I have entered, first thing I noticed that uh, these people are doing wrong.
Mhm.
But they are doing some problems. They are creating some problems. Uh, uh, they are manipulating something. This thing I used to, but I don't know. But that time I was very young. I was around 21. I remember 21 was my age, and I am not from a management background. I was purely from a technical background, like
Right.
my father, who is also from a technical background. The managerial knowledge we have learned after joining the business.
Right.
So we don't have the managing skill, and as I haven't worked in any multinational companies or those, so I was very confused how to handle this type of people.
Mhm.
I uh, so these things continue. I was focusing on sales, how to increase sales of air conditioner, how to do that, but I found it very challenging. That the air client is asking that you are selling a air conditioner for 30,000 rupees.
Mhm.
LG is a branded company. He is also selling for 30,000 rupees.
Mhm.
So why we will buy from you?
Correct.
So I don't have the answer. We cannot give them the competitive price. We don't have that brand name. So it was a very tough time. But I I don't have any idea what to do. So this continues around say around 6 months. After 6 months, I leave the company.
So you left the company after six
Yeah,
months.
after
Okay.
6 months, I left the company, and I went to Delhi,
Mhm.
and I joined the very same company you and my father was working.
Blue Star.
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh, Actually, I was working under a dealer of Blue Star.
Okay.
Uh, I was appointed by Blue Star, but they have shifted me to the dealer.
Right.
So I have worked there for around say 2-3 months.
Okay.
After that, again I left that company. I joined another company who were into this process cooling business.
Process
Uh,
cooling.
yeah,
What's process cooling?
process cooling. I will explain it.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
So they were in this process cooling business,
Okay.
and after joining that company, I understand that there is a huge market of this process cooling,
Okay.
which is left, which is uncatered by other companies like LG, Samsung, and those companies.
Okay.
So I think that if we can do this business by using our old infrastructure, the infrastructure which we are using to manufacture air conditioners, the same infrastructure, the same technicians, the same machinery, we can make this machinery, this process cooling equipment.
Okay.
So, and now I will explain what is process cooling. Process cooling is there are various machineries which are used in industry,
Okay.
various processes, manufacturing processes are there which need a typical and specialized cooling,
Okay.
like say in plastic industry they do molding, injection molding, blow molding, HDP molding. They need cooling solution. In a fish processing industry they need a process cooling solution. they
Okay.
use they have to wash the fish, they have to clean the systems, they need chilled water there. In a biscuit production company they need chilled water for mixing the dough.
Okay.
In concrete mixing company where they make the concrete mixture they need chilled water.
Okay.
In medical industry where they need cooling for some medical equipments. So that is the market. I see that there is a huge opening of this market.
Okay.
So again after say 7-8 months I again come back to Kolkata, and I again joined the business.
Okay. What was your
Uh,
father's reaction that you left and you came back?
uh, so my father's reaction, uh, he was not much happy that time. So you
You
left and
leaving or
again
you
you come
coming
back.
back? Which was
So
which
he
was
said, before I was, he said, why you come back? You have left the company, so why have you come back? No, it's okay. Till after few months, he forgot.
correct.
So then after coming back to the company, I think then I started researching about this market,
The
uh,
process cooling.
the process cooling market,
Okay.
and uh, we started repairing some old machines of company who are using this process cooling machinery. Uh, some imported machines they are using, and that time this process cooling industry, this process chillers maximum were imported from European countries.
Okay.
So we started repairing those 1 2 machines we used to repair, and from there I got the technology, and I started uh, uh, reading the technology, reading the books and manuals I used to study, and from then gradually we capture this knowledge how to manufacture this process cooling system. But the thing is that our experience in this air condition field has helped us a lot,
Sure.
because the refrigeration technology is same. It is same for your air condition, same for your refrigerator you are using in your house, the AC in your car, and the chiller which we are manufacturing. The basic technology is same, but equipments which we use, those are different.
So it's not been an easy journey, huh? It's not that you
No,
got the
not
business on a platter and then
no.
you're
It's not an easy journey. I still remember the days. Uh, uh, One of my friend who is also a businessman, his name is Saurabh. Uh, I always remember him because from the first day in the college, he was my roommate.
okay.
So me and Saurabh, he also the same day from this 22nd June, he also started his business,
Okay.
and I also joined my business. So I remember the days when he used to have a RX 100 motorcycle.
Mhm.
Uh, so me, another interesting thing I remember, just
Mhm.
want to share.
Yes.
Uh, my One day, my one of my father's friend who has come to visit our office, he before that I was like uh, I only look after the production, I only looked after the purchase. That day he told me a small word, small thing he has told me, which I still remember. He said, unless and until you increase customer, what will you do by making a machine?
Correct.
So you must focus on your sales. So from that day, I started focusing on sales. And I remember this, my friend Ayan Saurabh with his RX 100 bike, we used to visit all the industrial area from door to door with a visiting card and a single page catalog, and we used to distribute them to the industrial sector. And I still remember my first order. The first order I have got, nobody believes me, but my first order for chiller I got from Coca-Cola
From
without
Coca-Cola,
any, yeah, without any experience and without anything. I got my first order for chiller from Coca-Cola.
you had no experience of chillers. The
No
company was
experience,
not known for chillers, and
but I
here,
got my first
here
order
a
from
small
Coca-Cola.
scale industry is going and capturing the first order from Coca-Cola.
Coca-Cola.
That day should be a celebrated day for you.
Yeah, and uh, that time some people were there. Mr. N.K. Das, who was the project head of Coca-Cola that time. He was looking after the projects of Coca-Cola in Eastern India, not only in Eastern India, all over India and Africa. He was also looking after the projects of Coca-Cola. I met that guy. He was in his 70s that time,
Okay.
and I am say 22. that time with no experience of process chiller. He told me that can you? I just visited their factory. I given my visiting card and my 1 letter leaflet about chiller. So he will say, can you manufacture this machine? I say, yeah, we can manufacture this machine. So he said, have you heard these are the technologies which are used in a chiller? Yeah, I said, I have heard this technology and I have worked with this technology. I have worked in this company, it's a German company, Klimaventa. I worked there for a few months. And they used to manufacture this machine, and I know how to manufacture this machine. So he said me, you give me a quotation. I have given him a quotation, and after 2 3 days, he called me, and he gave me the order.
Amazing.
And the thing is that his only terms was that every item you order, the thing is that he was the man. He was using our technology to manufacture the chiller. He uh, he he used our manpower to develop the chiller indigenously. Before that, they used to import from Germany
Okay.
and USA also. And we successfully installed 2 chillers there. And those in year 2007, I remember. 2007 installation was completed in January 2008, and those machines are running successfully still now.
Awesome. 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 I hope you're sharing these stories with your team members, because these are so inspirational stories to go and sell the first machine when a lot of people will be scared of going and selling to Coca-Cola. So the Coca-Cola journey started, and then what happened? You have done so well in the last say 13, in the last 15 years, right? So which geographies do you cater to? What are the kind of sectors you cater to? Who have been some of your top buyers and users?
uh, our top buyers, you can say, there are many. And uh, before that, I will tell you another story.
Okay.
After getting this order from Coca-Cola, I used to visit other small and SME companies.
Okay.
So they used to ask me, what is your credential, where you have supplied chillers? So I only have one credential, that is
Coca-Cola.
Coca-Cola. And they are saying, you have you haven't manufactured, you have such a small manufacturing unit. You don't have any experience, and you have sold chiller to Coca-Cola. And I said, sir, this is the order letter, copy of order letter. I used to carry it in my bag. Every customer I used to went, I show them, sir, this is the order letter I got from Coca-Cola, and these are the pictures, the machines are installed there, and this is the contact number of the person. You just call him and ask him how is our machine running. So the journey begins like that.
Right.
And after that, I am fortunate enough that I have got orders from big multinationals and big houses who have their factories in Kolkata and other states. I remember we have got order from GKB Lenses, who used to import chillers from Germany.
GKB.
Yeah, GKB Lenses. They are
the lens, the lens company.
So they used to import chillers from Germany, and this is also interesting story. We have quoted them for a chiller. They say, okay, without any negotiation, they gave us the order. And I think what happened, right?
Did
They
you
gave us
underquote?
the order. They used to buy that chiller that time around 7 to 8 lakhs rupees, and we have quoted them 3 lakh rupees. So this is also the thing, we don't know who are our competitors there.
Right.
So these are things had happened. We have got order from big farm. They have also supported us a lot. Then there is another company whose name has now changed, Miyomoro. They have helped us a lot.
Okay.
And after that, we have got orders from ITC. And for last 13,
ITC,
14, yeah, ITC, all over India, we are working with ITC for last 13, 14 years. Recently, we have supplied them a latest technology machine to ITC, which is around 30 to 35% power saving for them.
So what are the typical sectors that you operate in? Where does
Uh,
your chillers? Who could be those sectors who should consider Tempcon for their chillers?
uh, our maximum client is from plastic processing industry.
Okay.
Uh, those who are in injection moldings, blow moldings, who are in pipe manufacturing, those who are manufacturing raffia bags, the bags which are used for
Yes.
sugar and alternative jute,
Yes.
and uh, non-woven fabric, the fabric which are used for manufacturing carry bags, masks, those things, and biscuit manufacturer. They are one of our largest clients. Those who manufacture biscuits, bakery, uh, then chemical segment, those who manufacture specialized chemicals, acid, those who manufacture our clients.
And you are only operating in West Bengal, or you have a presence
Uh,
around?
no, our main factory and office is in West Bengal, but we have a sales and service network in Guwahati. We have a sales office there in Guwahati, and a service network is also there. And in various states, we have our service network. In Dhaka, we have a salesperson and a service person there.
So you do international also. You
Yeah,
do.
yeah. Internationally, we are also catering. We are working in Nepal, Bangladesh, Africa. We are also catering.
Oh, amazing! Sitting in Kolkata, you're selling chillers in Africa,
Yeah, Africa also. We are
and
doing.
within the country, you're only
Yeah,
in West Bengal and
no, no.
in Guwahati,
Not
or you
only
have
in
other.
West Bengal. Not only in West Bengal. We are catering pan India.
We are catering pan India.
Yeah.
Fantastic. So I must confess, I know you for the last 5 months, but I do not know so much of your story and your journey. So that's a great learning for me. But as we come to the end of the conversation, Mr. Roy, a couple of questions. What next for Tempcon? You move
Uh,
from servicing of ACs as Tempcon, not you,
yeah,
as
yeah.
servicing of ACs to manufacturing or assembling of ACs to today your process cooling in multiple segments,
Mhm.
top technology, worked for companies like Coca-Cola, ITCs, Amuls, and of the world, present in multiple cities, not in India and overseas. So, what next for Tempcon? Where is the technology, what is your focus of products and technology for the next, say, few years?
Uh, this actually, I'd like to tell that we have a team of a very young and energetic people. You
Okay,
can say our average age of our employees maximum 30, not more than that.
amazing. So,
So
what happened to your old timers? You have let go of all of them.
yeah, maximum of them gone, but there is one person who is still working in our company,
Okay,
Mr. Noresh Sardar. He is working with Temcon for last 38 years, and he is very young at heart till now.
okay,
So,
got it.
the thing is that age is not the factor.
Sure,
The learning,
the
the
mindset,
the mindset is the main thing.
correct.
Uh, I tell him Noresh Kaku. Uh, he he is still young. He is 63 or 64 years old. He comes to the factory sharp at 9, and
Okay,
you tell him anything, he is ready for that job. If some emergency breakdown is happening, if some machine is malfunctioning, uh, maybe in any part of the world, he has. I remember a few months ago there was an emergency breakdown in our client's plant in Kathmandu.
okay,
The client called us at around 2 or 3 o'clock. It was a dairy plant, and their production is going to
yes,
hamper. And Noresh Kaku took a flight from Kolkata to Siliguri at around next day morning 6:30, and he was in Kathmandu that very evening. And for 2 nights, at the age of 62, he worked in that factory and rectified the problem. And the client is happy, and the client has given us the repeated order also.
amazing story.
So,
So, in coming to that product
ha,
development, so what's the
product
next level?
uh, uh, my wife Soma has joined with me,
Oh,
uh,
okay,
and she is the engineer, and she has a huge experience in steel plant and technological side.
okay,
So, uh, And after she joined, uh, any new technology which is there in our field, in refrigeration field, we have adapted everything.
Okay.
Maybe you can say that we are doing continuous R&D. We are adapting all the latest technologies which are there,
Mm-hmm.
starting from VFD compressors, the micro channel condensers, evaporative condensers. These are the few technological things which we have already adapted, and we have already installed them, and our client is getting return from them. So technologically, we are always adapting, and I think in future we will also adapt new technologies, and we will cater to our client.
Fantastic, fantastic. I certainly wish both of you all the luck and the wishes. But before I close, what is your vision for Tempcon? Where do you see Tempcon in 5, 10 years from now?
Mm, I have a very small vision, very
Okay.
small.
Okay.
The vision is that to become the company which is the where our client will get the solution for all their process cooling in all over, not only in India, globally.
And that's a very small vision that you have, Mr. Roy. I certainly pray, because while I've known you, but today that I've heard you and your journey, results don't come easily unless there is a lot of perspiration and blood that gets into the business, which I'm sure has gone in from both you, obviously your father, and now your wife. The journey has been beautiful. I'm sure the journey will be beautiful. Yes, there will be ups and downs.
Ups and downs are there. Na?
Ups and downs will always be there, because a straight line is a dead line, right?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
only when lines go up and down you're still alive. But I know that you will do it, because you're a fantastic human being. Your family is a fantastic. The couple I know is a fantastic couple. And the only thing that I can leave behind, ladies and gentlemen, is look at the journey. Look at the journey of an individual who started his career on the day when his exams ended. The next day he was in his factory, and that happens to be 22nd of June. He wanted to do something else, and he left his organization, went and learned new things, came back, implemented, did all the hard work of going around all industrial places to build the business that he's building. He has come a long way, but I'm sure Tempcon has a much larger audience to cater to. Mr. Roy, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
From Beyond Red Ocean Consulting, and everyone watching, everyone from everyone, we wish you the very best. May you truly fulfill your vision of being that number one solution provider for anybody who needs a process cooling system solution. Thank you so much for your time. And ladies and gentlemen, with that, we call it an evening. And my best wishes to Mr. Roy. Thank you so much.
Thank you.